Hi guys, welcome to another video, and today we're gonna look at palettes from my collection that I think are very appropriate for summer, and we're gonna rank them and I'm gonna tell you something about them. So I have this stock of palettes. It's like third of my entire collection, and I decided to talk about them a little bit and tell you why they're good for summer, what you can do with them, what I think about the quality, etc, etc. So I have 8 palettes here, and on the last spot we have this Tinkerbell palette from Colourpop. I really like this palette, it's such a cute palette, especially like the packaging and everything. It's a magnetic palette, so you can take some of the shadows out and replace them with something, which I'm actually gonna do pretty soon. And I'm planning to do like an update on my collection since it's like since it's like the middle of the year. I kind of wanted to do like a shorter video about what new palettes I've bought and which ones I've decluttered, and I want to kind of change the layout and everything in this palette a little bit, but that will be in another video. Maybe this so maybe next time you'll see it, it's gonna look a little bit different. But I love the greens here. I feel like especially these like goldy greens, I feel like are really nice for these very sparkly, shiny, warm looks that usually are associated with summer. The last spot, it is on the last spot because for me I only use these two mattes because these don't really do anything, and I really like these two shimmers. This one is satin and I hate satins. This one is quite nice, but I don't really use dark shimmers that often, and this one doesn't really do a lot anyways. It's kind of like a really weird color that also doesn't really work for me in this with the other colors. I don't know, I just don't really like it on me that much. So for me, I pretty much use four shades from here, and that's kind of it. But I like the quality of the mattes, and the shimmers are pretty sparkly. Like the two ones that I like are pretty sparkly, the rest are more satins, and I like my shimmers to be very sparkly, so that's why it's here. And that's also why the other palettes that will come after this will be that low. So yeah, this one is this one is number 8, but it's a very cute palette. And I think this one is no longer available. I might be mistaken because Colourpop sometimes discontinue something and then it appears back, so I don't know, but I think it's not on their website right now. Then number 7 will be this Game Beauty Fantasy palette. I have 2 palettes from them. This is one of them. I like this one a little bit less than I like the other, but it's a beautiful palette. It has these wonderful like blues, and then also it has like pastels, so if you want to do just like a light look, you can use some of the pastels, or you can use like the blues. I feel like blue looks are very, very popular around summer, and I really like this shade, the ethereal, because it's like blue, purple, sparkly, like shifty shade. Celestial is very nice, like very sparkly inner corner highlight. I like the shade buff, even though it's a little bit more satiny, but it's a very nice color. And if you top it off with something like this, it's gonna be extremely shimmery and nice. This the mattes are a little bit more subtle, so if you have deeper skin tone, it's probably not gonna show up. But if you want to do just kind of more like pastel-y type of look, more like wash of color, this palette is amazing for that. And again, blues, I feel like this is very like spring summery, and I love the packaging. I love everything about it. It could be a little bit more pigmented, but for spring and summer I feel like it doesn't matter that much, and I can always mix other shades from my collection to get to where I want with this. Then number 6 will be another Colourpop palette. This one just came back, or as I'm filming it, it just came back. I hope it's still available. It's the Sweet as Can Be palette that was in collaboration with Winnie the Pooh. It's such a cute palette. I just absolutely love it. Mine is a little bit dirty now because I've been using it. I've bought it last year, like end of spring, I think, when it launched. So as you can see, some of the shades are a little bit dirty because I use them. I wish there was a green matte shades, but you have like some neutrals, pops of color. I feel like it's very spring, summer. You have some greens, you have some pinks. This pink is really pretty. It's like pinky goldy, like champagne color, and it looks beautiful as a blush too. So yeah, I feel like this one is very pretty. I can see the flowers in this color story, which I feel like is very important, and I love the yellow here. I feel like yellow also, you can do like yellow, browns and gold. So I really love this color story, and yeah, this I like. I feel like it doesn't have as sparkly of a shimmers, and the mattes, some of them are a little bit more drier, but I love the color story, and yeah, it's very cute. Then number 5 is this Adventure palette from Game Beauty. This palette, I like it a little bit more because it has more colors, and I like the mattes and the shimmers here a little bit more. The mattes are a little bit deeper. I can build them better. This palette doesn't go as deep as I would want, but still you can create something pretty nice and deep. And I like the variation of colors. I like that you have yellows, oranges, greens. You have some one purple shade, so I really like this. This one has glitter in it. It's the shade Heel. I don't really use glitters that much, but this one is pretty okay. It doesn't scratch your eyes or anything. It doesn't fall off. It's not as annoying as normal shimmers are. I feel like it performs more like shimmery shade. So this one really is really nice, and I really like it, and would recommend. If you're trying with Game Beauty, I would probably go for this palette, but it's also because I like the greens the most. But for me, this color story makes the most sense out of everything that they have, so I would recommend starting here. Then number 4 will be this Legend of Korra palette from Colourpop that I've made video about. And again, I think it's just beautiful. I love the blues, I love the greens, and then obviously this part with like the yellows and oranges. I feel like this is a very perfect palette for pretty much any season, but right now I feel like it's very summery, and I can see a lot of very summery looks with this. It's really easy to carry around. It's very like slim and very like small, and it doesn't weigh a lot. So I feel like that's also perfect, and it has magnetic bands, so you can take some of those shades out and switch them for something else if you were traveling and you had a special like color story in mind. So you can also do that, which I feel like is another bonus. And I really love these shades, especially the blues. Like this blue shade and this yellow shade, they surprised me so much with the quality. Like, that was amazing. And this green is so sparkly and so beautiful. So yeah, I love this, and definitely recommend if you haven't bought it yet. It's great, and I love that it looks like a book. It's just so pretty. Then number 3 is palette that came out around the summer of last year, and that's the Oden's Eyes Sulmone 2 palette. It's so pretty. I love the packaging, and obviously I love the color story in it. It's very like rainbowy, pastel-y with some darker colors. It has beautiful textures. I love the sparkles of this, and I love the kind of more like pastel-y colors here. They're also pretty used right now. So yeah, this one is beautiful. I really love the looks that I created with this, and I still come back to this palette and use it quite a bit. So definitely recommend. It should be still on their website, so if you wanna try a colorful palette from Oden's Eye, this one's great. You have a lot of options. Again, great for traveling. It also has like pretty much like black shade and like a really light whitey shade, which has like sparkles of gold and other colors. So again, perfect for traveling, not too big, not too bulky. So this one is great, and I love Colourpop's and I love Oden's Eyes formula, so this is great. Then another palette that came out before the Salmone and it's not available anymore, unfortunately, is this Hela palette from Oden's Eye in collaboration with Angelica Nyquist. It's such a beautiful palette. It has a lot of greens, which I understand that maybe not everybody is into greens, but I love greens. I love these yellowy greens, especially like these two up here. They're beautiful. It's so sparkly. I love this duochrome here. And then you have also some pinks. So I feel like this color story is very pretty for summer. I love how slim these palettes are, so you can also travel with them. It also has mirror, so you know you don't have to carry a mirror with you, and it's beautiful. So definitely, I don't use this palette as often as I probably should, just because I don't want to risk like using this palette up, because since it's not available anymore and this is just such a perfect palette, I never want to get rid of this palette. So I'm kind of like focusing more on the palettes that I want to pan and want to finish up, but I will be getting back to this often during summer. I know I use these palettes, I use palettes that are discontinued on a regular basis, and I make videos with them because I feel like a lot of people might have these palettes, even though you can buy them. A lot of you might have them and might get inspired with some of the looks that I create. So I will be using that in my daily get ready with me for sure, because I won't just, you know, set it aside because it's not available anymore. So this one, number 2, beautiful. And then number 1 is probably the best palette I've tried this year, and I think it does compete with a lot of my other palettes as well. And it's this new Serpent palette from Mika Beauty Shop and Martha's Makeup. It is beautiful. First of all, I love snakes and I love nature, so for me this this packaging and everything, it's just beautiful and stunning, and I would bought it probably even just for this. But then you see, then I'll show you the inside, and this is just so beautiful. It's so colorful without being a rainbow. You have like a lot of these yellows and oranges and greens, but also like pinks, purples. There isn't the whole rainbow, but you have a lot of different options. There are a lot of duochromes. The shimmers are so sparkly and so beautiful, and like very shifty, and just it's gorgeousness in a palette. And again, like this is such a perfect palette, and for me this just screams summer and like great vibes and sunshine and everything. Like this is so beautiful, and I'm so happy that I have it. I don't know if it's still available by the time this video is coming up, but I know they did a couple of pre-orders and maybe they're gonna have it in stock. So if it is, I will link it down below and you can buy it. I did make video about this, so if you have it, you can definitely check out some of the looks that I did, and there are couple more looks on my Instagram, I think, so you can definitely get some inspiration. And yeah, I love this palette. So those are all 8 palettes that I thought fit the most, that I feel like fit the theme of summery color stories. And I'm really happy that I have all of these, and I'm definitely happy for the newer ones and their quality, because it's just stunning. And yeah, I can't wait for summer to use them more and to just have fun with these, because I really like especially in the summer. I just love wearing like yellows and oranges all the time, and like very sparkly greens. And also I'm in the mood to try more blues, you know, like pastel blue shades. So I really hope that I'm gonna get a lot of fun and creative looks out of it, and I will definitely try to play more with like liquid liners and you know, try to be more colorful and creative during summer, since I won't have to go to school and I won't have to wake up as early to do my makeup, so I will have more time. Anyways, let me know if you like these palettes, if you've tried any of them, if you want to try any of them. Let me know what are your favorite palettes for summer. That would definitely be nice inspiration for me too. And also let me know what kind of eye looks or what kind of colors you like to wear during summer. I hope you have a great day. Hope you're excited for summer. Let me know if you're gonna go on some kind of vacation and if you are taking your makeup with you on vacations. And I wish you a happy summer, and I hope you're gonna have a lot of great time and great memories. So yeah, that's it from me, and see you later. Bye.